Hello everybody, welcome back to Breaking Brawl. I'm Corbin Hostler, and as you're watching this, I'm probably at GP Vegas that's happening this weekend. And I'm hopefully having a lot of fun, so it's going to be an intense event. But if you're not there and you're watching the coverage, you need some downtime, I've got some Brawl for you, everyone. That's right, we are playing Tribal Wizards here. Adeliz, the Cinder Wind, Flying Haste 2/2 for 3 mana. Whenever you cast an sorcery, wizards you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So, as you might have guessed, we're playing Tribal Wizards. But, as it turns out, there's also a lot of Tribal Merfolk in here. So, gonna run through them briefly here, right? We've got things you expect. Lava Runner, Soulscar Mage, Seeker of Insight, that helps you cast your instant sorceries, right? Shaper Apprentice, a Merfolk, but also a wizard. If you have another Merfolk, it has flying. And there are some of those, because Silver Adept is a Merfolk and a wizard. Merfolk Trickster is a Merfolk and Wizards. Lots of cross synergy there. Lots of even fun stuff like Riverwise Augur here. So as you might expect, though, we have a lot. Even Water Trap Weaver is a Merfolk Wizard. We have a lot of these wizard cards that are going to trigger off of the Adeliz and all these instant sorceries. So then we build it up, and what do we have? Well, we've got a lot of removal here, right? We've got Fire Fist Adept. It's creature removal, wizard even, but we have things like Wizard's Lightning, Fight with Fire. We have Disallows, Wizard's Report, Divination, Supreme Wills, Lightning Strikes, Abrade, all the removal and counter spells and blue control you can shake a stick at, while backed up by these aggressive wizards. It's even kind of a standard deck to an extent. You saw this, my Team Standard Super League team played this and won with it in our league match a few weeks ago. So this deck has a lot going for it in standard as well, but also Brawl, and that's where we're going to have a lot of fun here. Blue-red lands, as you expect. Nothing too fancy here. It's wizards, but also Merfolk, and also a lot of high-impact cards. You get to play a control game while keeping your opponent off guard and beating them down with creatures. Really benefits from the change in Brawl to having 20 life instead of 30. So this is going to be a lot of fun, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm Corbin Hostler. This is Breaking Brawl. It is time to beat some people down with some Merfolk Wizards, everyone. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and here we go with a sweet deck here. I'm going to keep this hand. I think we're playing Adeliz, the Cinder Wind. This card is pretty awesome. It's a wizard. It gives all your wizards +1/+1, basically prowess, has Flying Haste for 3. It does a lot in this deck. We've got a lot of great wizards in the deck. We have a lot of really cool stuff that makes it all work together. It's a nice tempo deck, one of the best ones. Our opponent is playing mono red Squee over there. I like Squee, as watchers of the series know. So hopefully we can just find an island here. This was a little bit risky keeping the 1 mountain hand, or the 2 mountain hand here, but we have plenty of blue sources, and we have this to cycle. So yeah, I thought it was okay. And we have the shock and the fight with fire, so we're kind of good against things our opponent probably is doing. We just need to find an island here. Well, that's good enough. That is a wizard. I'm just going to go ahead and play our commander. Why not, right? No, we should just play the Silver Adept here. I will show them this thing. Unclaimed Territory sort of works. It's not perfect, but it does work for everything in our hand right now. We get to draw a card to hopefully find another. I found Wizard's Retort, which is not even close to castable right now, but that's okay. We're up a card. Our opponent shocked our Silver Adept. That's fine. We can play our commander next turn and have shock up, so that's reasonable. Sooner or later we'll hit lands, right? They're in our deck. We have to hit them eventually. Alright, so we'll play it, and if our opponent has a 2 damage spell, we can actually just shock them to trade 1 for 1. And you get in a little bit of extra damage that way. Be a nice little blowout. If it's a 3 damage spell like Lightning Strike, it doesn't do as much good. Alright, in that case, we get to play out Get to Lava Runner. So I think we're still doing okay here. Our opponent can play Squee and it can hang around forever, and it's certainly good, but Water Trap Weaver is pretty decent against it. I wonder if our opponent's on basically... Ooh, Captain Lannery Storm, huh? Well, that's one worth shocking. I imagine our opponent's basically on some sort of mono-red control type build. Hey, look, an island, we did it. I could play my commander out, but I think I need to get rid of this thing. So we'll just shock this down. That puts 2, so that gives this thing +1 at least, so we do a little more damage here. And now I will play this Arcanist. It's not the best card by any means, right? It can only... It's a 1/3, can only be used to cast instant sorceries. But you know what? It blocks Squee all day long. Plus, it is a wizard, so it gets the triggers from our Adeliz. And it means it helps us build towards Fight with Fire. Looks like our opponent's also missing land drops for what it's worth. They've added... oh, man. Alright, Traxos, huh? Alright, fair enough. Unfortunately, I cannot Spell Swindle, but I can just play my commander. Looks like we might be in a racing sort of position here. I don't have the double blue to Spell Swindle. Just too bad, because it would have been quite nice, but at least we had to do some damage to our opponent here. Put him down to 13. If they do have a way to untap Traxos, I mean, it's not that hard. You cast a Historic Spell, but... I mean, it's going to be pretty good against us, to be honest. Assuming they have a Historic Spell, which they do because of Squee. And we kind of need an answer. Oh, the Repeating Barrage. They want to instead kill our commander. Alright, that actually works for me. I'm down for that. I sure wish I could hit lands, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose. I will go ahead and play this thing out. I think I need to save the Water Trap Weaver for Traxos or something. We're both mana screwed here, but my opponent to a greater extent than me, although the fourth one there might change that. Traxos is pretty good. It's really unfortunate that we've color screwed in our 2-color deck and can't Spell Swindle something, though. That's certainly true. Alright, there's Squee, and here comes Traxos. Yeah, definitely taking this hit. That's for sure. Island, maybe? Can I hit an island? Can I get an island so I can play the cards in my hand? Nope. It is at least a playable card, though. Alright, I'm just going to get in with the team, I think. Although, well, it's too late now. I'll get in with the team. My opponent probably blocks the Get 2 Lava Runner, which is fine, because then they take some damage at least. Oh, they're not going to do any of that, huh? Oh, they probably just think they're going to win then. Alright, so let's go ahead and play Water Trap Weaver here. Actually, kind of the best answer against Squee. Tap it down. We can syncopate if they tap out even. So this is not bad for us. They have 2 tapped creatures. They can't replay their commander. We can syncopate if they tap out, and it seems like they're going to need to tap out to do something we really care about. We might be able to pull this one out. Oh, that's a tap out. That's what I like to see. I think we've got it. It's going to be close, I guess, but we'll see what this is here. Syncopate for 1? Oh, man, we needed it too. Syncopate for 1, MVP right here. We definitely needed that. What? Wow, our opponent's got to be... They're got to be a little upset. They got pretty unlucky getting mana screwed. I mean, to them, it looks like we're not mana screwed, but we know we can only cast 1 more card in our hand. So I think we just have lethal now. Yep, and that'll certainly do it. Just blink of an eye Traxos and attack with the team. Well, that was really close, actually. I don't know about Mono Red Squee, but I know that our opponent almost got their Traxos, so that was pretty nice. All right, everyone. This is Breaking Brawl. It's great to have it back. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my... Just kidding. Breaking Brawl. I know I said Mighty Modern last time around. Sorry about that. Oh, sometimes you get confused. I'm recording in the same day, after all. We get a mulligan this hand. We are playing, of course, Adeliz, the Cinder Wind. Pretty sweet deck overall. Our opponent is on Kari Zev, the mono red menace of the format now. Get it? It has menace. No, but also it's a very good deck. We'll keep this one. Our hand's pretty decent. We have, I mean, it's pretty solid actually. If this Spellweaver Eternal can go the distance here, Afflict is a very powerful ability. Just completely forgotten about an Hour of Devastation, but if it becomes blocked, opponent loses 2 life and has prowess. So if they block, they lose life. If they don't block, they lose life. It's great. I love it. We're on the play here. We both mulligan, so that's not even so bad. We have the Eternal. And then we have our Adeliz, and then I'd like to just, if all goes well here, there's our 4th land, huh? I guess I kind of want to bottom that, to be honest. I'm going to bottom this. We have theoretically all the mana we need for now. I want to go Spellweaver Eternal into Adeliz into removal. after that. But an island, a basic island in particular, is not what we want, I think. If we draw a land even, we'd rather it be a mountain, so... Yeah, so our opponent can play Kari Zev, and I'm willing to let them have it for a turn. Although I guess it blocks our Spellweaver Eternal pretty well, for what it's worth. Oh, there we go, Siren Stormtamer. A little late, but not a bad draw still. Alright, let's play the Spellweaver out here. Siren Stormtamer might make an argument for us to wait if we hit land until turn 4 to play Adeliz, so we could protect it with our Stormtamer. Alright, they just want to play Kari Zev. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is attack. If my opponent blocks, which I don't think they will, I will Wizard's Lightning. Oh no, this isn't a wizard though. Okay. Well, that makes my plane worse, but probably still okay. Yeah, because I just don't think they can block there. Alright, so now I will play the Siren Stormtamer. Yeah, and I will Abrade the Kari Zev. Alright, I think I like this line. I guess if I'd known I was going to do that if they didn't block, I should have Abraded. We could have gotten one more point of damage. A little bit of a mistake there. I kind of got thrown off my line of thought when I oh, it is. It's a... Wow, that's messed up. I looked on my screen, and as you can see, it says Naga's Zombie Naga or whatever. I was like, oh, it's a Zombie Naga Wizard. Whatever, that's fine. I would have done all of that a little differently, but it's still fine. I think we just missed out on 1 point. All right, they fight with fire, huh? That is fine. Because now we can play Adeliz. We get to attack with it. We get to get in for 3 this turn. Our opponent doesn't have their commander, and we get to either play Wizard's Lightning or whatever to protect it, or we can sacrifice our Siren Stormtamer to protect this. So if our opponent just tries to replay Kari Zev, that's real bad for them. So we just get to shoot it with the Lightning and get in for a bunch of damage next turn. We actually have a lot of good stuff working for us right now. Let's see what our opponent does, though. It could change very quickly. Oh, they're just playing Kari Zev. That's so good for us. All right, I'm going to need to do nothing. Let's draw. Syncopate's pretty good there. So, yeah, I think I just Wizard's Lightning Kari Zev down now. We get in for a bunch of damage. Yeah, this is looking real good here. We get to syncopate their play on this next turn if we want. Or if not next turn, we just play Pursue Glory, giving attacking creatures +2/+0. Which basically gives our creatures +3/+0. That adds 6 damage, and that would not quite be lethal, I guess. Alright, well this is fine. I don't really mind this. If you want to spend your mana Field of Ruining me, that's no big deal. I'll just go get another mountain, I suppose. They even gave us an extra mana. Alright, nothing. Okay. I don't know that actually I'm going to go in on the Pursue Glory, since just holding up Syncopate might be better, but we'll see. Oh, they're going to Chain Whirl. Chain Whirler. Alright, so yeah, we'll Syncopate the Chain Whirler. Alright, let's see if we have lethal here. I don't think we do. I think we're 1 off, right? Alright, so this would give our creatures +4, so that adds 4 on its own. We have 9 points of damage right now, but I'm still going to go for it. Okay, got to remember, it is an instant and it says attacking creatures, so you got to attack first. Good to know. Alright, so I think the only thing I'm worried about here, this gets in for 9. I think it's basically just Glorybringer that's a problem for us, and even that's not that much of a problem. So we have a Siren Stormtamer, which we have 2 lethal creatures in play, and one of them we can just recast with haste next turn. So, yeah, there we go. We did it. All right, we took down Kari Zev, everybody. There you go. That's how Adeliz, the Cinder Wind, does it, taking down the scary mono-red decks of the format, and with 19 life to spare. That was awesome. Thank you for watching, everybody. This is Breaking Brawl. I'm Corbin Hostler. Keep on watching. It's a lot of fun. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Breaking Brawl. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this is Adeliz, the Cinder Wind we're playing here. Our opponent is on Teferi, so They have a good deck, but fortunately we are on the play. We have a pretty decent hand here. I'd say that. Our hand is very good against creature type strategies. Maybe not so much against Teferi decks. We don't have a lot of threats here that we want, but we'll see what we can do. We have Adeliz, I suppose. That is itself a threat. I doubt our opponent has a turn 2 creature here, but we'll find out. Would get an Essence Scatter. That would be nice. So Adeliz Tribal Wizards here. This is... Ooh, that's a good one. This is one of the decks that's been making the rounds in the new Brawl with 20 life and so on, instead of some of the other stuff you're used to seeing in the old formats. You can play aggro decks a lot easier now. And you can also do stuff like this, where you play a sort of tempo-oriented deck, and it works out a lot better. All right, there we go. We had to crash in here for haste damage. Just like that, our opponent does at least have to deal with a threat from us. Oh, that's a good one, actually. That's a very, very clean answer to a creature. It's so tempting here to actually fire off this fight with fire on our own creature, because we kind of want this thing back. On the other hand, they didn't have a desert, so they didn't get into life. And this will trigger, make all of our other wizards better. So I'm just going to go ahead and run out another one here. And yeah, we're not going to get any value out of tapping our opponent's creatures, but that's fine. It's a threat. It's a threat that gets bigger. It still allows us to hold up a counterspell for Teferi on their next turn. So it just means they have to do something with their mana here, or we're going to, hit them for a little bit of damage. And it's not much, but it's something. Also, if we ever get a chance to kick this thing, that'd be real good. Excuse me. All right, let's see if our opponent... Yeah, they just take it. So there you go. Sometimes it feels bad to play a 4-mana 2/3 and get, quote, no value out of it. But sometimes you just have to do it here. All that said, in this case, I think we have to let the cast out resolve on our Tempest Caller, because we can't let them resolve Teferi. I think this is... I don't know about this matchup. It might be a good matchup. It might be a bad matchup. Teferi in general seems like one of the better Brawl decks. It's very powerful. Just basically blue-white control deck, like in Standard. Oh, they're just going to go for it? That's so good for us if they do. All right, I'm just going to disallow this thing. That is very good for us that our opponent went for it there. It taps them out. We get to try to do something. It means they can't play it again until 7 mana, which will tap them out again. We even drew a really nice card here. I say that. We don't have any other wizards to reveal to it. Makes it quite a bit worse. I wonder if I just do nothing here. I'm going to do nothing because I can crack the Memorial to Genius on their end step if they do nothing. And if they do something, we have Essence Scatter and or Supreme Will to deal with it. Perfect. All right, so let's just go ahead and draw some cards. This works out pretty well for us. I mean, it does give our opponent a window in their own end step, but yeah, it seems unlikely. And now we can play this Silver Girl Adept, reveal a Merfolk from our hand. See what our opponent wants to do about it. We're up on cards. That's all you want against a Teferi deck. I'm happy to let them counter this even. Hornswoggle, okay. Sure, we've been hornswoggled. I'm just going to pass because I need to be able to Supreme Will of the Teferi. They can now cast thanks to that treasure token. But this is all seems fine for us so far. Our opponent's down to 3 cards in hand. They do have this treasure map working, so that's a long-term problem. But Shaper Apprentice next turn is a threat. We just want threats on the table, whatever they are. We're going to turn instants or sorceries, probably the Supreme Will or the Disallow. The important thing here is when our opponent goes to play Teferi, which they might on this turn, they had no problems just running it out there on turn 5. They might run it out there on this turn as well. We'll have something for it. Unless we get Spell Pierce, that would feel pretty bad, but... Oh no, Search for This Contest is pretty good too. Not that we can do anything about it, but it is good. Now let's go ahead and Supreme Will to look at our deck here. Wizard's Retort seems pretty good. We don't even have to reveal it, so that's great. Alright, we'll take the Wizard's Retort heal here. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand, huh? Oh, Field of Ruin. That'll answer the Search for Azcanta, so that's pretty nice. Get two Chronicler, huh? So it takes 6 mana to do that, so I don't think we want to be doing that. I think we just want to go ahead and play the Shaper's Apprentice here. Just play a threat. We have Wizard's Retort up. That's it. We don't have Wizard's Retort and Essence Scatter, but we do have Wizard's Retort up. A little light on blue mana, at least until we get a Field of Ruin then. Are they going to Field of Ruin our Field of Ruin? Sure. I mean, I could have held it for that reason, but in some ways this actually works out because now we have the mana to Essence Scatter and Wizard's Retort. The problem for us, I think, is going to be this treasure map / search for Azcanta. We really need to kind of kick up the pressure here as soon as possible. All that said, our opponent has 2 cards in hand. They do not have the ability to transform Search for Azcanta yet, so it's a long-term problem for sure. Compulsory Rest, huh? Okay. Well, it's another creature down. I guess I want to gain 2 life. Don't know if that really matters or not. And there's a creature. Not a very good one, but it is a creature. It's got prowess, at least. I'm just living in fear, and I think probably rightfully so, of this Teferi. So, unfortunately, now the treasure map flips. They might even have the mana to protect. This is starting to get pretty ugly for us, to be honest. I guess maybe I shouldn't have cracked that for the 2 life. I don't think it matters much either way, but they want to commit this, really? Okay. They had enough cards in their graveyard anyways for the to replay out Teferi here. Well, this game's looking pretty close, but I don't think it's good for us. Azcanta's probably going to kill us. Maybe I should have held that Field of Ruin. I don't know, though. Here comes Teferi. And we will try to counter it, but I don't know. They have a lot of mana. At least they have to use treasure token mana. In theory. Sure. Alright, Teferi's going to resolve. I can fight with fire it in theory, right? Or I just can't. So we're just dead? Okay. Well, we got Teferi'd. Basically, as soon as the Teferi deck untaps, you lose the game. So that's basically what it comes down to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are conveniently 1 short of actually being able to do anything here. So I guess we have no option but to go ahead and kick this thing. Get back our Wizard's Retort. But it's basically over in my opinion here. It was very close. Our opponent needed their last couple cards to be good, and they were. But between Treasure Cove and Teferi and Azcanta, our opponent has all the cards they could possibly need right here, and I don't think there's any way we're going to get back in this. It turns out that Brawl is just like Cinder. If your opponent ever untaps with Teferi, the game's over. Whole bunch of cards. Like that, I just say they have 6 cards in hand, and the game is over. I mean, they can untap their Treasure Cove and their Search for Azcanta. That much value is just disgusting. I guess I'll poke Teferi. I'm tempted to just scoop because I know the game's over, but hey, maybe somehow it won't happen like that. But realistically, we died. I don't even think saving the Field of Ruin would have done anything. It was a stupid treasure map. All that extra mana they got. That and the fact that, you know, we have cards that are good against creatures, and that's the other benefit to playing Teferi, is there are enough creature decks in the format that you can just play a deck with no creatures and just, or very few creatures, and completely dodge all of it and just make so many cards in our hand dead. So then even if we do have some counter spells, which we do, you always have the trump. Like, basically Teferi is just always going to be the trump in the control matchups. I'm going to counter this. Well, I'm not going to counter this. It's the same thing. I'll get to replay my commander, I guess. But yeah, it's just you get to overload on creature removal, and if you're playing against a creature deck, it works out for you. And if you're not, and you're just in a control mirror, well, that works out for you too, because you have the best control card in the format. Yeah, this one is over. Now they even get to have a Mazavith for our commander. Well, all right. Let's brainstorm. They don't want us to brainstorm, I see. We'll do this. It doesn't really matter. We're never killing Teferi, but see if we at least get a brainstorm first. With Riverrise Augur here. Let my Merfolk resolve. Nope. We've been Supreme Willed. Okay. And we know they still have Disallow, so we'll never resolve Fire with Fire. Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. Sweet deck we have here. We're not quite able to turn the corner against Teferi, though. It was very close. But now, there's no way we're getting through Ascante and Teferi and Mazavith. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Breaking Brawl. I'm Corbin Hostler, and I am excited to bring some more Brawl content to you. We're playing Adeliz, the Cinder Wind here. Our opponent is playing Kari. So the mono red deck, very, very good in New Brawl with only 20 life. They always get to play it on turn 2. It gets attacked for quite a bit. Fortunately, though, our hand is not bad either here. We get to, unfortunately, we don't have a turn 2 in play, but we get to, get in for one with the Lava Runner here. I think what I'll do probably is next turn, assuming my opponent just plays Kari, I will just fight with fire it off, kill Kari, then play Adeliz with dive down backup if we can hit another land. But our opponent actually doesn't want to play it, which is interesting. That works out perfectly fine with me because with dive down in my hand, I'm willing to play this, this waiting game with the removal here. I'll fire off Seeker of Insight, keep up dive down, and then hopefully we hit a land next turn. So this draws a card, then discards a card. Activate only if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. So, okay. Now they do want to play Kari, huh? Okay, fair enough. Along with a Cartouche of Zeal, huh? It's fine with me. Target creature can't block, sure. It has haste, so I guess that's pretty good. So we can't block Ragavan. It is Ragavan, right? Yeah, Ragavan. Alright, fair enough. Our opponent got in for some damage here. Do we hit land? We do not, but that means we can still fight with fire. This thing. Draw a card. Still don't hit a land, huh? I guess we'll get rid of this. Well, we can get rid of Spell Swindle too. Guess I'll get rid of Spell Swindle. I don't really want to get rid of Spell Swindle. We don't even... I guess I'll get rid of Spell Swindle. Doesn't feel good, but hey, now we get it for extra damage with the Lava Runner. So that is one benefit of doing that. Our opponent can replay Kari here if they have a land. I would really, really like to hit a land so I can play my commander with dive down protection. If we can do that, if we can hit land on our next turn, I think we're in a pretty good spot. If we don't, I mean, it's not the worst. We still get to play Shaper's Apprentice. But there we go. We hit the land. All right. Play our commander here. Get in with the team. Yeah, our opponent can't really kill any of our creatures, so if they go for the block here, I actually could play dive down to kill Kari, which I would. Instead, they go for the quote-unquote free block, which is fine. We get in for damage with the Lava Runner that way, and we still have dive down to protect our Adeliz. And then next turn, we can play Journey Mage and bounce Kari if we want. I mean, that's not the strongest play, but, well, now it is, I guess. Jeez, look at that. It's a big Kari. Alright, now they're tapping for something. Captain Lannery Storm, huh? Well, wow. Alright, that's pretty good. I did not expect to be taking 8 damage this turn, but I guess that's why you play mono red. Jeez, this was intense over there. It's a whole bunch of damage. If they... Depends what's on their hand here. They have these stupid treasure tokens actually going to be really annoying. because it lets him have so much extra mana, but fortunately did not have it. I sure would have liked to have hit a land there. I did not. I guess I'll attack. Could I kill my opponent with Divination and Dive Down? These are all wizards. So right now we have 5 power in play. Divination would add 3, putting us to 8. Dive Down would add 3, putting us to 11. So conveniently 1 short. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and keep back. Given that, I think I'm just going to attack with our commander. This is kind of different. I'm kind of taking a different path here. But we're at 7, and our opponent's playing mono red. So I feel like we need to do something here. Missing land drops this game really hurt us, but we can at least play this and bounce the Kari Zev. I think this is fine, though, because in theory, we still present lethal next turn if our commander survives. And we have plenty of blockers this way for the stupid Captain Lannery Storm, but if they're making treasure with it in their main phase, it's probably not good for us. I mean, I'll gladly throw this Get to Lava Runner in front of Captain Lannery Storm. Alright, here we go. Earthshaker Kinra, that's one thing that's not blocking. They have 5 mana after that, huh? They don't want our 1/3 to block. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because it was a free block on the Earthshaker Kinra. Followed by Skizzix, huh? Okay, well, I think this is still fine because I think we're going to win here. Make these blocks. Do I have 10 points here? Guess it remains to be seen. Drawing land seems good. A little late, but I guess it's not bad. I'm at 2, huh? So I guess we just get shocked if we can't find a way to kill our opponent. Let's cast Divination then. I don't know if we're going to get there. Gonna need to hit a burn spell here. Wizard's Lightning would do it. Obviously, we'll find our lands now. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but attack here. And hope our opponent doesn't have a burn spell. I mean, they almost certainly do. They're playing mono red. We both didn't hit a counter spell and did not hit a burn spell. Well, alright. Here goes. Fingers crossed. Alright, there you go. Kari Zev, too good, everyone. Thanks for watching. Very close game. We just missed land drops at the wrong time, and our opponent had a really good turn last turn. So, there you go. We're dead. It was close.